Oh, hello. I'm back. It's been a while, I know. In my last video, I said that I'll be back in September. That was in July. I said that. A lot's been going on. Work went mad. Very busy. Had a lot to do with my garden and garden openings. Yeah, so it was a pretty busy year towards the end. So I didn't get much chance to edit videos and stuff like that. But what I have been doing is videoing everything I've been doing in my garden. I think there's a lot of different things happening, and I got to say, some people messaged me and said that the sound wasn't very good on my videos. Well, I haven't sorted that out yet, so I'll try my best to make it clear for you. Yeah, so last year I said that this building behind me is going to be changed into a Japanese tea house, which is my workshop inside. It didn't happen. As a lot of you may know, the materials rocketed, went sky high, and I just couldn't afford the materials. So I've had to put that on hold, and next year I'd like to take the wife away on a holiday, so we got to give something. So that's gonna have to wait for a while now. It's a shame, but I can't afford the materials. So, but I have done a lot more. So, and there's going to be a lot more this year that I'm going to show. This video is I'm putting up first because a lot of people's asked me how I made this Japanese water feature, and I said that the only way they'll find out is by watching this video. So hopefully they're watching, and it can help you make your own. Some might say it's not the right way of doing it, but I've done it my way. I didn't Google it or nothing, I just had a go at making it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. Oh, before I go, you might have noticed I've changed the name of my channel to Japanese Garden Bristol. That's because I've had a lot of interest in my garden. It's on Google. If you put in Japanese Garden Bristol, it's on Google. Yeah, so it's gone quite far, and so I thought I'd change the name to the same, as it is all about my garden and what I get up to in there. Yeah, so there's a lot. I've got at least about 3 months worth of videos to show you now of my garden. So there'll be a lot to see, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. But like I said, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you after. Here we are in the workshop, and this is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to make this water feature with concrete. These are the 2 bins I'm going to use. I hope it's going to work. It's all in my head. I gotta see if it pans out how I want it to. So a bit of cutting around and trying to make some sort of template for the water feature. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So I've cut up the big black bin and the grey little bin. So what it is, this is so I can put the concrete in and make my water feature. This is the tank, it'll be buried in the ground, and this will be the surroundings for it with concrete, and then the lid will go on top of there. Let's hope this is gonna work. What I've done now is made a square out of wood. That's where the water's going to run through into the bowl at the bottom underneath, and this is going to be a concrete lid. Get in there, let's see if it's going to work. Okay, I'm ready to mix the concrete now. Got this ready. I've oiled the wood so the concrete shouldn't stick to the wood. In the middle of the concrete I'm going to put this mesh, try to help it keep together, and I'll do some waterproof in the concrete as well. And I've done that outside here. There's a bit of a mess out here. We'll get this in. So the tank's in the ground. Got the edging around to pour concrete in to give a base for the top bit. Let's see if this works. Don't know if it's going to work, but I've never done this before. Let's see how it goes. The concrete's in, and I've done the words. I don't think they're going to work. I might have to put it in manual, like sort of do it by hand rather than a template. So we'll see. I put the words in with some quick drying cement, so it'll dry quicker than the concrete underneath. We'll see. We will see. Very pleased. It has worked. Works really well. Got the templates off, and a bit of tidying up with it when it's totally dry. It's not dry. I've done this about 5 hours ago now, and it's drying up, and quite pleased with that. Well, really nice. Now next thing is I've got to wait for it to dry. I'm going to give it a good week, and then I will try to get it out of the bin lid, but we'll see. So let's go and see outside what I've done out here for the base. There's the base there. It's going to sit on the top of that, hopefully. I've got an edge in there, I've got to take off that as well. We'll see whether it all works. Give it a week, but you'll see it any minute now. Well, it's a day later. I thought I'd take it out of the cast. That's upside down. Tied it at the bottom, it was a bit bitty, and I'll let that dry out, and tomorrow hopefully turn it up the right way. That should be dry soon because that's quick drying cement. I've done some more to the outside. Go. Here's the tank with a concrete bridge to sit the top on. And I'm going to put a bamboo water feature next to it that will run into it. Hopefully. I'm always saying it, but it's always hit and miss. When you try to design and create something yourself, it's not always easy. You get your problems. You've got to work around them. Hopefully all this is going to work. Yeah, see you in a bit. The lid is coming on really well. Really pleased with it. It's looking good. Just got to wait for it to fully dry. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Right, let's go outside. There's more interesting things going on out here. Right. what I've done is made this replica of the water feature. There's a bamboo. I've had to reduce the connection from the pump down to that pipe because I couldn't get any bamboo to suit. Hose was too thick and the black hose was too thick as well, so I found some smaller airline hose to piping go up through. Now what it's done in there, it pinched over, so I've put a Jubilee clip to try to stop that pinching over. Then hopefully it'll flow back in there. It's going to be a bit of messing around. And what I've done, so you can't see these end pieces here, I've made some blocks. What I would do is put them in there and use some clear sealant to stick them in so you can't see through and block it off. Okay, so that's where I'm at the moment. It's a case of putting it all together and cleaning out the bottom of the tank and get it running. Put the cable under the gravel and down to a socket inside the garden room. But yeah, I've drilled a hole through the rock there to hold it firmly. And by the time I cover it all up and get it working, it should look good, hopefully. Okay, see what happens. I've got it up and running now. Working well. Going it too fast. I think it's just about right. Tomorrow I'm going to give it a tidy up, put the lid on it, and sort it all out. And hopefully be finished. Still waiting for it to dry. It's all not dried, but I'll get it in place. See how it looks. Got it in place now. There it is. I've not filled the water right the way up at the moment. I've clear siliconed all the joints in. It's like a glue and you can't see it. This lid here is silicone down, you can see there. And then what I'm going to do, I decided last minute I'm going to render around the outside so all looks the same and there'll be no joint. And that way then with the silicone, when I open it to the public, I can fill the water up to the brim and only be for a day, then empty it down below and fill it up again for another day. Generally the water level will come up to there. So yeah, working well. As you can see, I've put the wood caps in on the end there. It's anything I can use. It's all glued up in there. It's worked quite well. So the sealant's joined it together well. I'll render it, let it dry, fill it up and give it a try. There we go. Japanese water feature. Nearly finished. The water feature is now finished. I finished it off yesterday with the cementing. I used some quick drying cement, so it's dry this morning. That all looks good. Water's running perfect out of the bamboo. Really pleased with it. We've got a load of rocks around the outside. That's for me waterfall up in the pond at the top. But the middle bit is done, and I put that bench in as well. I'm not decided what I'm doing with the chimneys on either side. Someone give me the idea of turning them into tables, which I might well do. To either put bonsais on, or when you sit there, put a cup of tea or a beer on. So yeah, the outside's got to play around with. I will do that next summer, next spring. But the water feature, working really well. So hope it lasts. Okay, a little something I didn't show in a video. How I made the ridges around the edges there. What I've done is I got a bit of plywood like this, cut a groove out of it, put the groove down on like that, use quick drying cement. Okay, what I've done, I've pushed it in with a little scraper type thing, or you can use a trowel, the thin trowel, and just pushed it in around and then tidied it up after. So that's what I've done to make the ridges. I didn't show it in the video, I forgot to do that. It's easy enough. You use that, it dries quick and it's set really well. So when I cut the bin up, I obviously had the lid left over, and because this is the size of the bin, it fits perfect over the top like that and protect it through the winter. Stop the frost getting to it and breaking it up. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I hope you got something out of it. I hope it showed you enough to be able to do it yourself. It's a good ornament for the garden. And I've not got it running at the moment because winter's coming, or winter's here, and I don't want it freezing up, so I cover it up with the bin lid, and for the winter, and then I'll open it up next summer. So yeah, if you like my videos, you want to subscribe, click like, whatever. I also got a Facebook group called Koi Pond's Japanese Style Gardens. I also got a Facebook page which is called Japanese Garden Bristol. I put stuff up on there. I also going to be selling some plaques on there as well. There'll be all sorts going on this year on there. Also be putting up the dates of the openings I'm going to do for charity. I'm going to open in the weekdays, so people that can't make it on the weekends, I'm going to open up in the weekdays and make more money for the charity. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, as I said, I've got a lot of videos to show you of my garden. I have changed a lot through the winter, through the autumn into winter, and yeah, so you might see some of the pictures on my Facebook group and page. So if you want to have a look on there, you can see what's going on, and yeah, and I'll show you how I do it all on YouTube, so on the channel. So thanks for joining me, and hope you enjoy the videos, and hope to see you next time.